Hey guys, this is Torna, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 characters that are free to play that you guys should be investing in at the start of the game. Now, I say free to play, but realistically in this game, there's not all that many characters that you're buying directly. Yarrick is like the only one you really directly buy. So these are mostly characters that you get at the start of the game, not through like RNG methods or anything like that. They're literally characters that they kind of hand you that are going to be very important for you in the game. So the first one here is Vindicta. Now, if you don't know, some characters will start out as common characters and then you upgrade them up to uncommon, which then unlocks their passives. Without her passive, she isn't great. I would almost go as far to say that she is trash without her passive. She's just not doing that much. But once you unlock her passive, she becomes the single-handedly most important character for the Indominus campaign. And even in Arena, she's insanely great. Just an amazing all-round character at the start. So her passive here makes it so when she deals damage, it spreads out fire and deals adjacent damage to any adjacent targets to them as well. Now, keep in mind that can damage your your units as well. So it's not great if you're like charging in and then you use her AoE and then all of a sudden you've just murdered your whole squad. But this means that you can hit like stuff and then it just ends up spreading out and everything. It's really great. The other thing is that her flame attack, so her range attack, hits 4 times, which means any of the scarabs and stuff, which you find a lot in the Indominus campaign, you're going to be able to basically take them out completely because it'll deal 4 damage to them, like 4 lots of damage to them. And then it's also going to put the flame underneath them potentially, which means as soon as that flame ticks on their turn, they're gone. Boom, that's a scarab gone. She's an insanely great character at the start of the game because of that. And you've also got her ability here, which makes it so that she then gets to attack again. So you use this, you go up, you use this, then she's going to attack, and then you get to attack again. It's amazing. She's just overall, it's great. And as I said, she'll single-handedly take you through that whole campaign. Yeah, you need the other guys to be able to kind of stay alive at least, but she's the main damage dealer there to be able to help out there. Now, the next one here is Aleph Null, who is a summoner for the Necrons. So, why is Aleph Null so important? These scarabs that they summon are insane. These scarabs are going to deal not just an insane amount of damage, but they also can split off and swarm, and then all of a sudden you've got this massive swarm. It's the only way to describe it. You can take over the whole map just with scarabs spreading out and cloning themselves, and then all of a sudden there's just scarabs going everywhere. But Aleph Null isn't only a summoner. Not only do they also deal decent damage in melee with 5 attacks, which means you're going to be able to take out any enemy scarabs, but they also are just an amazing healer, being able to keep alive any of your Necrons, any of your mechanical units with her, I don't know, it's a robot, I think. I don't think there's a gender for it. Aleph Null, being able to keep anyone adjacent that is a mechanical alive with their passive there. Next up is Archamatos, probably one of the most important characters for the Chaos campaign, for the Fall of Cadia campaign, because he's just a crazy summoner. You'll notice that about like a lot of these characters in the game, the really strong characters in the game are summoners, because just having more units on the field that deal crazy amounts of damage is going to always be useful. So Archamatos is a summoner here. He's going to be able to do massive amount of summonings with this, which deals a great amount of damage against like the guild boss and stuff, because you're going to be able to summon out 4 of these, because every time he summons, they if the unit isn't dead, then he's going to keep summoning. So he'll summon 4 against the raid boss, which is great. But his other thing is that whenever he gets a kill on something, he's then going to summon a bloodletter there as well. And the bloodletters deal a decent amount of damage, which is really, really great, obviously. But also Archamatos deals a decent amount of damage. Plus, it is piercing damage. Psychic damage has a 100% chance to pierce, which is crazy good. His basic also does 2 damage, like 2 hits, which means that you're going to be able to use it against the annoying, like, I don't even know what they're called, like the big cannony looking things within the Fall of Cadia campaign. And then he's got the, obviously the psychic where he gets to chain attack. He gets to hit and then it chains to someone adjacent. And any of those that kill, then he's going to be able to summon a bloodletter, and bloodletters just deal a great amount of damage as well. Next up is Markettep, and Markettep's mostly here not even because he does decent amount of damage. He doesn't really, like, he deals some damage. It's not crazy, like it's not off the charts or anything like that, but he's here because, one, he gives adjacent movement, and he also is going to heal them up as well. But his thing here, this Relentless March, any of your summoned characters, he activates this ability next to them, and all of a sudden they're going again. Now, it doesn't do too much, I found, with like the Guardsman or anything like that. From Yarrick, he doesn't do all that much with it, but anytime you use it against the Scarabs just, they take this ability and they just go crazy with it. It's really, really great. They're going to go off, they can split again, they can go and take something out with their massive amount of hits. They do a great job, and Markettep is the character that kind of activates them and makes the synergy between Markettep and Aleph Null is just crazy. I really love the game, like the synergies within this game, because even then it doesn't feel like you're forced to use it. He's not like, if you look at Markettep, he's not like specifically, oh, Necron summons or anything. And this even is just specifically mechanical units. There are other mechanical units in the game that aren't even Necrons, as you can see here. So it's really cool. I really like that aspect of it. And now the last character, the 5th character on this list, is Bellator. Now, Bellator is interesting. He's actually currently bugged, so this part here isn't going to do too much because it doesn't, like, it's not working at the moment. Basically, he is another summoner. He summons these interceptors. Now, there's a few reasons why I've got Bellator on this list. First of all, he does 6 attacks. With his normal, he does melee attack. It's a bolter attack, but it's from melee, like it's bolter damage from melee. But because of that, he just rips through Scarabs. He just destroys Scarabs. But not just that, he is also going to essentially kind of clone himself. He summons more interceptors as well, and if the longer the match has gone on, the more interceptors he'll summon. So if it's round 1 for him, then he summons 1 interceptor. If it's round 2, he'll summon 2. So therefore, if you summon on like turn 2, then boom, you've got 2 more interceptors coming in, all doing this massive bolter attack from melee. And then if he manages to stay next to his interceptors, next to the target, you can see here he's going to then also use his interceptors to deal additional damage, which is great, obviously making more damage. He's also just so tanky, like he's just a crazy tanky. Look at this, he's 282 compared to Ceratus, who is 181. He's like an extra 100 damage. This guy here, Varro, is 256, and he's already up to Elite 1. Meanwhile, Bellator's still sitting back here at Rare 4 and has like 282. He's so tanky, it's crazy. He's just really great, and obviously these like multiple melee hits are really great against not just like the Scarabs, but also against the guild boss, against the little Tyranids that get summoned there, because he's going to be able to rip through them as well. But that's it today, guys. I'd love to hear from you guys. What characters do you think should have made this list? Hopefully this helps you guys who are just starting, looking for which characters to invest in for which campaigns and stuff. Obviously, this is mostly covering the first 2 campaigns, plus a little bit of the Fall of Arcadia, and we can cover the rest of them in another video later on. But I just wanted to cover the ones that are like the first characters that you kind of unlock and you want to look at investing heavily into. But I hope you guys have a great day, and goodbye.